Lance Bachman just bought another company in Salt Lake City, a roofing company. A couple of weeks ago when I was in his office, I was impressed by a few things, and I want to share it with you in this video. But this video is mainly about how sales don't fix everything, accounting does. Lance Bachman is a genius in so many ways. He is not an equity game. Actually, he's a head of equity game. So what he does is he buys and sells roofing companies. He flips them over, and he actually sells them to equity firms. When I visited him 3 weeks ago, he had this massive dashboard, pretty much big flat screen TV, and I've seen those in big companies like Apple Roofing and a few others. So everybody in his company sees the profit loss, the total numbers for the month. So a couple months ago, before my visit, he bought this company in Philadelphia and already making $500,000 profit per month after a couple of months. And when I sat down with him, he showed me profit loss statements for all of his businesses. He just laid them on the table and he said, this is how I run everything. I'm telling you this right now, guys. QuickBooks accounting is more important than your sales. That's why you see a lot of $100 million players in solar and roofing industry going under. That's why we have seen so many companies, boasting online how great they are and showing their sales, but what they're not showing you is they don't have even sellable business. So I actually talk to a lot of equity firms these days, and equity firms look at those big companies and they're not impressed with numbers. They're not impressed with the debt to income ratio, with the debt, with the payables, with the liabilities. They would not invest in those businesses. So run your business by the numbers. If you watch the shows like The Profit by Marcus Lemonis, if you follow Mark Cuban, the real billionaires, the real gurus, the real business moguls, all of those guys have one thing in common. They respect the numbers. That's number one thing that you have to learn. One of the first courses that I have ever created was QuickBooks course. It's the cheapest course I have. It's like $300. You still can buy it. I'll put a link below, but it's not sexy. Nobody likes numbers, but I have a challenge for you. If you want to be like Lance Bachman, or if you want to sell your business, here's the challenge. Go to your phone and look at your screen time for the last week. Every screen time is 10 to 15 hours per week on social media. This is how much people, and business owner included, spend on social media. Cut that time in half and spend half of the time you spend on social media to entertain yourself in your books if you don't have profitable business. Sales don't fix everything. Here's why. You might run $100 million company and still lose millions every year, or you can run $10, $15 million company and profit couple $1 million a year, buy investment properties, become the biggest landlord in your town like Dan Young in Iowa. Numbers don't lie, people do. Lance Bachman teaches that lesson in his journey. He worth a couple $100 million, keeps buying businesses, flipping them. They're not big businesses by no means. He can take business with a couple $1 million, build it to $12, $18 million. He runs the tight ship and makes a lot of money by doing so. So invest in QuickBooks, invest in learning, understand your numbers, understand your profit loss statement. Those are absolutely must-know skills when you start a business, not sales. You can literally outsell yourself out of business. That's why so many fail. So if you guys want my help, by the way, if you're in the roofing school, this QuickBooks course is 12 videos. It's in the course. It's one of the first things I've been teaching. When I started teaching contractors in 2018, QuickBooks, I still was running my company. And what I was doing, I would invite 50, 60 contractors to my business and I would show my QuickBooks on a board. I can remember 2018, I'm paying myself 120K salary, and I would run QuickBooks report. I think that year we made like $270,000, $280,000 profit after all bills were paid. No, just on a couple millions of dollars. And some of my competition were making $10, $20 million businesses that year. They were selling way more, but actually were losing money. So it doesn't matter what you sell if you spend more, it's what you keep not what you sell. Comment below what you agree. If you want to get this course from me, I'll put the link below. See you guys in the next video, but please do not outsell yourself out of business.